here is site 41. It looks like we slope coming towards the front, so you might be a little bit higher in the front. But if you look at that pedestal there, I don't know if that one's caught on fire or not, but not quite sure what's going on with that. Here's site 42. So here you got a nice view of the lake, maybe some morning shade, not much other than that. Nice and long. Your pedestal is way in the back there. Looks to me to be pretty flat too, front to back. Here's 43. Now we definitely have a slope coming here. So if you can't get your rig pushed far enough back, you will be pretty high on the front end. Some nice space. The odd part too is your picnic table is on that side instead of on this side. So you and your fire pit's over there too. So it's on the opposite side here. Here you go, site 44. Nice long link to it. Great view of the lake itself. With these trees here, you know you're going to have some evening shade right now. Luckily, we're on overcast right now, so that's good. But you got a nice pad, fairly level. Looks to be like side to side would be level. You may be a little bit lower on this end. It's always hard to tell until you get your rig in there. Here's site 46. Again, your pedestal is kind of towards that back corner there. Should reach most of your places. You're definitely going to be in the sun all day here if you're here coming during the summer like we are right now. Your picnic table is a nice location there where you can see the lake. So if you like a lake view, check out site 46, and it's got plenty of length in it. On the other side here, you got 45. Now this is quite interesting. So we are sloping up, so you'll be a little bit higher on the front end with your jack. And tucked behind here, I was wondering where they put the picnic table, but it's right there behind the trees. So here, for right now, for the summer, you'll have some morning shade at least, and maybe late afternoon, evening shade, but because I think the sun will kind of come down that way. Here's site 48. There were some people here earlier. The nice part about this is if you can't get everything here, which is a pretty long pad, you do have some overflow. That's our rig. You do have some overflow parking right next to you here too. But if you look at the pedestal, it's definitely got its wear and tear. So be mindful. I assume everything was working because the people were just here and they left this morning. Here's site 49 right across from us at 50. So looks like you might have a slight slope. I cannot show you 47 because people are on that site, but I could tell you that it's sloped too, so you're gonna have to go higher on the front end. This is interesting with the picnic table straight behind you. So here you go, 52. And so again, the pedestal definitely has its wear and tear on it, looks like. But there was a Class A was, I think, what was here. And they looked like they were running just fine off of it, so that's nice. If you, winter, oh man, I bet that is beautiful during the winter time. Like, sit there at the fire, lake, kind of similar to ours at the gang over there, you know. But there's no shade, so definitely be a good one for the winter. Here we go, site 54. Plenty of length here. Most of them seem pretty long. Easy approach for sure on this one. We like this one. We thought because 50 was taken, or 52 was taken, so we thought this would be a good one. If you want to enjoy the view, you can kind of be in that back end with your rig going right here and stuff, but seems pretty flat, pretty level. And I'm going to keep going right here. It's 51. Now this one's really neat because you have a couple extra places to park your vehicles. But again, these pads are so long depending on your size of your rig. I mean, ours is 38 bumper to tongue, and we would probably be able to get most of that and, you know, park the truck sideways, you know, because it wouldn't fit there because it's a long bed. But this is really nice too because I don't want to say you have an obstructed view, but you got a great view of the lake on this side. Even when that rig was there, at least you still kind of had a distance view and some extra parking. So if you bring extra vehicles, check out this one if you can. 51. Site 56. Looks like you might be slanted a little bit. You're definitely going to have to go higher in the front end with that slope. A little bit shorter than all the other ones, but still good site. You would have lots of shade throughout the day here for sure. Here is 53. I'm not quite sure on this site. And the reason for is because this is a one-way street, so you're forced to come up this way. And you really don't have much of an angle. I mean, it's nice that you have this extra pad if you need to back into and pull back forward. But for me, with the big rig, not easy accessibility for me, just because right there where that turn is and trying to make that, I know me personally, I would struggle. So there's 53. Definitely would have to go pretty high in the front or push really far back. Unless you got a small rig, then it's perfect for you. Site 55, again, another one that has some extra parking next to it. Nice and long, slight slope coming down this way. Might be a little high in the front, depending on the size of your rig. Not too bad though, it's not bad. Definitely nice. No shade here, but that's okay. Here is 57. Now, what I like about 57 is you're gonna have a lot of shade here. So to me, if you're gonna come here, this would be a pretty good one. It's really flat. Of course, you got no lake view or anything like that. You are right next to the road, but again, right now for the 4th of July, it's not busy. So I'm very surprised. But nice and flat here at 57, and lots of shade here. Site 59 here. It's a little wet there because there was a rig here earlier, but nice long again. You do have a little bit of a slope, so you might be a little bit higher in the front than you may want to be, but a couple blocks and under the jack should be good to go. Not a lot, I don't think, shade wise for this site though. Here's number 60. Looks to be pretty flat. Definitely plenty long, that's for sure. The pedal's still there in the back. Lots of length. Not much on the shade. Got some morning shade that you'll have here, but that might be kind of where your limit is. You are right next to the street, even though to me it's not very busy. All right, we decided to come around to the area that is kind of designated for the equestrians. Here's number 21, and you can see space back there for your horse, but you can check into these and not have to have a horse either, so you can always use these. All right, here's number 22. Looks like you got a little bit of a slope going that way, or whatever, lean, whatever you want to call it. Number 24. Yep, there's no horse dealing on this. Where?
Way in the back.
Oh, like way back in them trees, back past the table. Good catch, Amber. So there's 24. These don't seem as long. Here's 25. Your horse pin is on this side. Not a lot of shade through here. You got some overflow parking right next here to 25, which is nice. 27, it's kind of nice. You got that extra parking here. Again, not a lot of shade going on over here. I think it's kind of similar to the other section.
Maybe have a horse.
Oh, we found somebody that actually has a horse in through here. Here's 28. And you're a little bit lower in the back end, so you're going to slope down in the back. You got a little bit of view of the lake out there. And this must be your pen for the horses on this side.
Got two of them.
Here's 29. Again, you got that extra parking, which is really helpful. Looks like it might be slope going this way a little bit, and forward to back too a little bit as well. Here's our horses. I don't want to record too much, but horsey. Okay, here's number 30. Again, your horse pen would be back there if you're going to get these 30s. You got some nice shade here, so this would be good if you're looking for a place not over by the water area, but you just want to come here. 30 would be a good one. Nice well shaded. 31, there's a rig there, so I can't record it, but I'm going to tell you while you're looking at this one. Looks pretty even front to back. Maybe some evening shade on that one. There's 32. It's interesting, your picnic table and fire pit are on that side. So it's opposite of you, but you got the pin to the left, which would be the joint pin to the neighbors. You're going to have some moderate shade here at some point, probably in the evening time. We're going to swing over here to 33. Nice and long, well open into the sun. You got zero shade there, but but you do have some extra parking if you need it. And looks like everything's kind of towards the back. You can see there, almost on the opposite side of your campsite. And here's 34 again. There's your stuff on the opposite side. I suppose that's good because then you can have your pins on this side. So if you are bringing horses, you know, you have that. Looks like you can kind of see some shadow in there, so you're going to have some shade through the day. So that's good. And we're going to swing over here to 35. Here's your pin is on this side, but your campsite there, there's your fire pit and picnic table. Decent length, and you've got extra parking next to it if you need access to that. Swinging back over to 36. Ooh, nice and long. Gonna have some shade through most of the day here, it looks like, as well, so that's good, especially in the afternoon time. The pin is, yeah, it's kind of hidden back there, so that's kind of nice. You got everything on your campsite, so that's really nice. Nice long 38. You're a little bit perpendicular with these next few sites, it looks like, to the road, so it might be tight if you aren't comfortable backing in, and your pin's probably gonna be on this side, so maybe. I don't see anywhere else. You know, picnic table on that side. Swinging over here to 37. You got open parking next to it, which is really nice. This angle is going to be a lot easier to back into. No shade. Oh yeah, a lot over here. Well, one of them we know belongs to here, and the other one could be used by this site here, which I think is 40. Again, you got that extra parking right there, which is nice. Again, you are into the sun on number 40. There isn't really any shade. I'm sure online it may say partial shade, but there ain't no shade, y'all. 39, same thing. You're probably not gonna have much shade over here. Whoa, that kind of seems to be going on forever there. Picnic table at the very back. And then you got your pin on this side. So there you go. There's that loop. And again, I'm sure you can book some of that with even if you don't have horses.